I thought since this will be the first one,
Yeah.
we should kind of give an intro of who we are and why we're
Yeah.
doing it. Why
Yeah,
are we
because I
doing
don't know
this?
that answer yet. So we should figure we should figure that out.
Counter to intelligence.
Welcome to Counter to Intelligence. I'm Ken, and
I'm Tom.
look at this. So Tom and I, we're kind of friends. Like
I mean,
we've
people
known,
say that.
yeah, we've known each other a while, and we
Yeah.
we have great conversations. And one thing we both enjoy is conspiracies and conspiracy theories, but kind of from a different angle. Like I happen to believe in a lot of them, and think that there's a lot out there that the world and government is behind and trying to like put it like put beyond us or blind us. And you, Tom, you're
I'm the skeptic. I don't believe any of them. So this is going to
well,
be
you
interesting.
I think you believe like you think something's going on, but I think
You're right.
you want more proof and you don't like fall headlong into it. Like I
Yes,
think
I
yeah,
always want more proof. I'm always like,
yeah,
explain exactly how this works.
yeah. And we decided to do that. Well, I don't know. We decided to do this today. But we
A lot of
we were
preparation.
the thing was we always have fun talks, and it really was the whole drone thing that was happening in New
Yes,
Jersey, and it's still happening. But like we had a lot of fun talks about that,
right.
and trying to figure out what was going on. And you took some pictures, you saw some drones, and we were trying to figure out what was happening, and and we can kind of get into that now, but I also want to get into like one of the more newer controversies. But as far as the drones, I've come to a realization. I think, and you can go and whoever wants to be, and it's going to be kind of funny and kind of far fetched, but the drones in Jersey, I think they are Chinese. And did you see the Chinese New Year's
I
show?
did not.
Okay,
Is that the show? Maybe they did it over
you
here.
need to go. It was phenomenal, and it was all drones and fireworks. And they had these drones form a big dragon. And I think that the Chinese were practicing over Jersey, just getting their drones going for the New
They got
Year's event.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't make the dragon though. That's so
No,
unfortunate. I
that would
kind
have
of
been
wanted to see it
amazing.
now.
I know. Well, it's on YouTube, and anybody can see the drone on YouTube, like what they did. It's like it's
I'm
mind
sure it's
blowing.
mind-boggling, like
Yeah.
thousands of drones, right?
Yeah, thousands upon thousands, and they had fireworks going too. So how the dragon avoided getting blown out of the sky by the fireworks is great, and how these drones have avoided getting blown out of the sky from people in New Jersey. I mean, there actually is a video of guys shooting guns at them,
Oh my
which
goodness.
I saw some of that, and I was like, dude, you don't want to be doing that because the bullets do have to come down, you
That
know?
yeah, the gravity does work. I mean, unless there's
Yeah,
a conspiracy with gravity I'm not
the,
aware of, but it does
I
work, I hear.
yeah, and how gravity. I think that there I don't think that there's a conspiracy that gravity doesn't exist, but I think there's a conspiracy of how gravity works. And we'll get into that conspiracy down the road.
Oh
But
wow.
I
This
have,
is mind-opening here or
yeah. So
blowing.
this is going to
Yeah.
be, I think this is going to be fun in that I'm going to be throwing a lot of conspiracies at you and you being the skeptic and more science driven because like
Right.
you are you're a computer
Yeah,
software engineer.
software. Software engineer.
Yes,
Yeah.
engineer. So you're very, mathematical
Math and science guy. Yeah.
zeros and ones.
Zeros
And
and ones.
I now see what's my background. I'm a video and film guy and imagination and that. But I do work for the government and I have some insight into like how the government does do some things. But I also do a lot of my own, like, far, out there. As you can see, the folklore museum sign behind me. I'm into that kind of stuff. And
Are
so
you selling tickets currently to the Folklore Museum? How's that
no,
coming?
not yet. No, this summer I'm hoping to go to some festivals and do some folklore stuff. But I'll let people know where and when to go to that. And
Yeah, we'll have to have that in the link down there.
yeah, yeah, we'll put it down there. I'll put some links down to some different things. So you obviously heard of the tragedies on New Year's, and I don't
Yeah,
want to go into the New Orleans one because that's more tragic.
right.
But the one in Las Vegas, one person died, and according to the officials, it was the guy who blew up the Tesla. And
Officially, yeah.
yeah,
Here, a hint of doubt.
I have doubt. But the interesting thing on it was, so this Tesla shows up, pulls up, 17 seconds after it pulls up, it explodes. Okay.
17 seconds exactly.
Yeah, it's 17 seconds exactly. The pulls up, it explodes. Now, the thing was, a couple things on it. They say, I have the guy's name. They say this guy, Matthew Livelsberger, he was 37 years old. He was a Green Beret. He actually knew Tim Kennedy, who they were both on a reality show about special forces.
Okay.
And this
I think I
guy
saw the
was
clip of that actually.
yeah, so he was a legit Green Beret, legit knew how to do things. So if he really wanted to level that building, he would have known how to do it. Like he was an expert on all this kind of stuff.
Right.
So they knew he wasn't trying to, and there were some emails he sent. But the interesting thing is, when they got the body out, it was burnt beyond recognition.
Okay.
And now here's a couple of things. They found that they say he shot himself in the head, or he was shot in the head. Now, if you watch the video of the thing pulling up, you never see a gun go off in the car, and you never hear one.
Because you'd expect a flash probably.
Yeah. There's no flash of that. Then 17 seconds after it pulls up, it just explodes. So,
Wow.
But they know, wait, he had a bullet hole in his head. He's dead. Now, some other things have come out. Whatever was left of his body, they were able to do DNA on it, and his DNA does not match his son's, which the DNA of the body does not match the DNA of the son of the Matthew Livelsberger.
Right, and it should have half match.
Yeah, it should have
right?
some kind of match, but there's none.
Yeah.
So either maybe his wife had an affair, we don't know, or this isn't Matthew Livelsberger. Yeah, I'm not going to go that route. I'm going a different route.
Yeah.
So either that's Matthew Livelsberger or it's not. The other thing is he sent some emails about it to different people explaining why that he was doing this as a wake-up call to America. And he kind of it is about the drones in New Jersey. That's one of his emails. He talks about that.
Oh. So this is all connected in some way.
It's all connected in some way. So my theory is that was not Matthew Livelsberger's body in there. I think this dude is kind of like a Jason Bourne, and he took out a bad guy. I'm going to hope and assume the body is a bad guy of some kind, maybe associated with the drone activity, and the government knows it, and they know who it is. Now, the other interesting is, if you saw the inside of the thing, the Tesla, it's like burnt to a crisp. Like it's like nothing is
nothing recognizable.
Yeah. But his passport and his ID somehow managed to survive. So they could say, oh, this is now my wife said that you can get fireproof passports, or that passports are normally fireproof. I don't know if that's true. I have to look. Do you
want to burn one live on air? We should probably.
No. Well, she just informed me of this right before we started. Oh, she goes, well, passports are fireproof. I'm like, are they, or can you ask for a fireproof one? That's the other question. And was his one. But his ID, his regular ID, I mean, that's just plastic. That should have melted.
True. That is fire.
But it isn't. It's intact too. So it's almost like, here's this, and we can get other theories where passports and stuff were found that should have been obliterated. But this Matthew Livelsberger. So what are your thoughts on?
My thoughts? Okay, so do we think that he drove the Tesla, or the Tesla drove him? That was the other thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Sure. Because I guess the idea might be that maybe the drones were driving him.
Or maybe like I said, maybe he set it up to drive, and as he was driving there, he shot himself in the head.
Right.
And then it gets there. But then so far, there's been no indication that there was any kind of timer found. And you would think there would be a timer for the detonation. Right. Or there had to be something that said, when you get here and because it got there, what happens? The thing is, if there is a timer, what if there was traffic? Like.
You have really thought this through. So there could have been traffic. So
yeah.
well, like GPS enabled trigger.
Right. But
Is it-
well, was it a GPS enabled like so it either it was a GPS enabled trigger, or was there, if there was a timer, you can't do that because like I said, what if you get stuck in traffic or something happens? The self-driving Tesla wouldn't get there in time, and it was literally 17 seconds after arriving it went off. And that would make more sense with a GPS enabled tracker or enabled trigger.
Right.
Because
Wow,
then
I
it
talked
gets
you
there.
into another option here. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
But now
But
my thought is,
there's no trigger. They have not found a trigger, is what you're telling me.
well, they haven't said they have. Like,
Okay.
and it's interesting that they have all this information on this guy so quickly, and all this stuff, but then there's some stuff they haven't revealed, and you don't know why. Like they've revealed all this other stuff about him, but you would think, like, to placate people like me, you would
Right.
probably want to say, oh, we found a timer, we found a trigger, we found this, found that. And, but my question is was it really him in the car or somebody else? And is he still out there, and is he going to do something else?
Do we have like DNA from the original guy that we know from his childhood or something, a lock of hair? We'd have to.
Well, I would wonder if, see, that's what I want. See, that I think they need to do that next, because they have to be able to go to his home and get his hairbrush and do a DNA test with that against his sons and see, or his own DNA for sure that we know is him versus the burned up body, and
that
see if they match. Now, then that could also open up a can of worms his wife doesn't want. Like, if that's the other conspiracy. Like, did she?
If that's not, he's not the real father.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, at this point, I don't think he'd care if it's really him. But
he might not care right now. Yeah.
Now, but if he's still alive,
now he cares.
Now he cares. And then what's his next move?
Oh my gosh. What do you think his next moves could be? Like, why? And if he did this, what would the motivation be?
See, well, he still said it's to wake up America about, like, I'm trying, he wanted to wake up America. They're still going through all the data. Let me see if I can find the letter he said, is Matthew Livelsberger letter. But see, this is how we're doing. We're going to be live doing stuff.
We got it. We got to go and do the research live. That's the best time to do the research is live, I think.
Yeah. So he, come on. It's not going to let me do that one. And that looked like it was a good one. Here's the manifesto on Newsweek. And let's see, he sent an email to the Sean Ryan podcast. So part of what he said is, he goes, in case I do not make it to my decision point or on to the Mexico border, I'm sending this now. So here's part of it. He talked about going to the Mexico border. Please do not release this until January 1st to keep my identity private. First off, I am not under distress or hostile influence or control. My car, and then he tells what his car was, a 2006 black Ford Mustang, so people would know that. And he goes, what we have been seeing with drones is the operational use of gravitic propulsion systems powered by aircraft by most recently China in the East Coast, but throughout history, the U.S. only we and China have this capability. Our open location for this activity is in the box below. China has been launching them from the Atlantic from submarines for years, but this activity recently has picked up. So he's saying he's doing all this for, because of the drones. He goes, I have been followed for over a week now from likely Homeland Security and FBI, and they're looking to move on me and are unlikely going to let me cross into Mexico, but won't because they know I'm armed and I have a massive. Do you know what a VIBED is? VBIED?
No.
All right. I don't know either, but he put that in there. So that must be something military. I've been trying to maintain a very visible profile and have kept my phone, and they are definitely digitally tracking me. So he's being tracked, man, because
But how does he know? Like, how did he reach that
because
conclusion? I would love to know.
I don't know. Maybe let's keep going. There's more to it. He goes,
There's a lot to this. There's a lot.
I have knowledge of this program and also war crimes that were covered up during airstrikes in Numruz province of Afghanistan in 2019 by admin, DOD, DEA, and CIA. I conducted targeting for these strikes of over 125 buildings that killed hundreds of civilians in a single day. U.S. FORA continued strikes after spotting civilians on initial ISR. It's a lot of government stuff that I don't know what it means, but someone knows what it means. It was supposed to take 6 minutes and scramble aircraft in CENTCOM. The UN basically called these war crimes, but the administration made them disappear. I was part of the cover-up with US FORA, an agent, and they redacted that, but he wrote somebody's name of the DIA. So I don't know if my abduction attempt is related to either. So apparently someone tried to abduct him at some point. So that's why he knows they're after him.
But do we think this is in his mind? It sounds like it might be in his mind.
I don't know. Well, he did these things. During this time, he was a Green Beret and he was really well known and liked. Everyone says they liked him and he did a great job. He said, I worked with General Miller's 10 staff on this, as well as the response to Bala Mugahab, AOB-S commander at the time. And they redacted the person's name, can validate this. You need to elevate this to the media so we avoid a world war, because this is mutually assured destruction situation. For vetting, my LinkedIn is Matt Berg or Matthew Livelsberger, and active duty 18Z out of 1 to 10 profile is public. I am active TSSCI and UAP USAP access. So and the thing is, I don't know if you saw Sean Ryan's podcast, but he had a guy on there that knew this guy, and he confirmed pretty much everything that was in that really was in those areas, and he really did have these credentials. Wow. So he legit had all this. And now the question is, did he really know and see something, and did someone really try and abduct him, or did he have a psychotic break and think?
I mean, my skeptical ways thinks that maybe he had some kind of psychotic break, because it sounds so far-fetched, right?
And I think he's Jason Bourne. And I think if I say the word treadstone, I may trigger something in him. And I don't know. I think.
Did people go around him and say like random words like umbrella, Romeo, like in the movie? Like maybe that.
I don't know. See, now here's the question: was he like deep in CIA stuff? Was he like a Manchurian Candidate where there was something he was trained and there's someone did a trigger word? And
oh my God.
What are you thinking?
Wow. I don't even know what to think. You have out-thought me on this one. I don't even know what to say. Like, why would anyone do any of those crazy things? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, isn't this just a guy that got mad and was having some problems and
see, apparently he didn't though. Like, he wasn't having any kind of problems with his family. Like no one's coming out like his, I think it's his ex-wife now, but like it's, obviously ex-wife, he's dead, maybe, or not. But I think they were already divorced, but they weren't having any kind of issue. Like, and no one's come out.
So they were separated. They were separated.
Yeah, they're separated. Yeah. So, but like no one's come out and said, hey, yeah, man, a few weeks ago I taught. Like, they're all saying, everyone's talked about. It's kind of like that thing when they get a serial killer. He was such a quiet guy. No, but it wasn't that he was a quiet guy. They're all like, he was a great guy. He's really cool. He's really that. Like, even like Tim Kennedy, who he admitted that they weren't that close, but he's just like, this was a legit soldier. He knew his stuff. He was like, I never noticed any kind of like thing in him where he was like, dealing with PTSD of any kind. And, and he said they talked and but he goes, over time, after the show that they were on together, he goes, we kind of lost track of each other. He goes, but like, it wasn't like, I saw anything there. But
Right.
the question is, because he talks about 2019 doing this, could it have been that set him off? Like I haven't heard anybody talk about, like, because this Tim Kenny thing was years ago, before 2019, but apparently he went back in 2019. And if he did do something and he was a part of killing a bunch of civilians, could that have set him? Obviously it was, because that he writes about it and says,
Right.
like,
that's what I worry about, is he was having trouble with whatever happened in his past, probably this experience, with the deployment. Yeah.
But what are your thoughts of this gravitatic propulsion?
Wow. I mean, I would like to have it. It would make commuting a lot faster, for sure.
Yeah.
And we all need a faster commute.
Yeah. And isn't that kind of where it's like you don't use fuel? It's almost like free energy, isn't it? Do you know?
I don't know, like the theory behind it. I don't know. Like, you run off like a little mini nuclear reactor or something. I mean, you think you need a lot of energy, right?
Well, it was like, it's anti-gravitational. It's kind of like what they always say the UFOs are using. And there is a doctor out there, like, and we can get into that at another time, but he believes we've had that, like, kind of like what this guy has said, we've had this technology for years. And he claims that it is not UFOs, it's us. And this doctor, I can't remember, I'll find out the doctor's name and we can get into his theories down the road. Yeah. But he believes that we are the UFOs.
Wow.
That when people report seeing them. But
I mean, this would change air travel, right? Because the tickets, it would be like a commute was like, I don't know, a couple minutes now to go anywhere, right? I assume they're super fast. So
yeah, they're super fast, and they don't use gas. So
right.
I mean, part of the expense of an airplane is, the fuel you need for that, the airplane fuel.
Right. Yeah. So expensive. But if you could just get, I don't know, a jar of water, like a glass of water, and it's powered off of water or uranium or I don't know, something, whatever, how these things would work. That would be
happy thoughts, like just happy, like in Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Like
I think
fairy dust and happy thoughts,
an untapped fuel source. We've never explored happy thoughts as a way to make, faster drones. I feel like maybe that's the next evolution, right? Like,
well, I think that's where you and I, we talked about how we want to make our own drone.
Right. Because, we should make our own drone that flies off happy thoughts.
Yeah. Like, see if we can find a way to make, although no, I changed my mind, because I was like anti-gravity propulsion. Because which that's going to be a future episode I'm going to throw at you, because supposedly all these people who have started figuring it out mysteriously died. So I don't want to do that. If anyone's listening, we're not going to go into anti-gravitational drones. I'm not making one. Neither is Tom.
It would make my commute faster. Like, that's the thing. I just want the hour commute to go away, right? Like, if I could just make that faster.
Well, that's why I want to just work from home.
Yeah, right. Well, that's true. Maybe you're anti-gravity kind of in your own way right now, right?
Yeah, well, no. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to go in, so I have to drive the commute.
Yeah.
But I would like to have an anti-gravity vehicle that I, make the commute like 5 minutes. And like, I think about that all the time. If I can make my car fly. Like,
yeah.
But then unfortunately then everybody else is going to get their car to fly. And it's like, then it's
yeah. But that you only have the 2 lanes. Like, you imagine we could stack them, right?
Yeah.
And then yeah. Maybe New Jersey, just to help you with the conspiracy, maybe they're not able to stack right yet. And that's what they're testing,
maybe they're getting the wave of the future.
Right.
And Elon's going to give us flying cars.
Oh, Elon, that guy, he's probably, I mean, he's probably the guy behind it all. I mean, did this guy with the Tesla talk about Elon? Was that mentioned or no?
No, he didn't mention. Yeah. Now, see, the other interesting thing is they like in his emails, he said he was not trying to kill anyone or hurt anyone or take down a building.
Right.
That's in another email, I guess he sent out. And I also want to see the timestamps for when these emails happened as compared to when the vehicle blew up.
Oh,
like
right.
How soon were these? And the question I also have is like, these people got these things before it blew up. So when did they get them?
That is
and
weird
then
to
why?
me. That, like apparently he planned it, right? Is
Yeah. So
yeah.
like, did he set up his emails to send them out after he knew when the explosion happened? But I guess some of these, like that one email that Sean Ryan got, I guess it was Sean Ryan got it. In it came before the event, but then like why didn't he say? Maybe he did, or maybe he just thought it was some crazy guy. But then all of a sudden this happened, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute!" And then, hey, I got this email. But he sent it to he sent it to a bunch of social media people and different news agencies.
Gotcha.
So
he's
before it happened,
clearly planned the whole thing.
Yeah. And that's why I think he's Jason Bourne. I think he's still out there. And he's going to do, and something else is going to happen, and it's going to come from him. It's like, you thought I was dead.
Right.
I made it to Mexico, which I think you want to get past Mexico, because I think Mexico's extradition laws with us, they'd
probably send it back. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless he's in with the cartels, and then they wouldn't do
Maybe
that.
this is all drug running. Do you think it's all just drug running underneath the hood?
No, I don't think. I'm just saying that you make friends with the cartels because they're not going to give you over to the government.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. They have no, they don't, they have no desire to help the Americans or the Mexican.
So do we need to look for this guy like in Mexico by the border somewhere? Like,
I think we do. I think we need to look. I think he's still out there, and I think the government's going to be dropping the ball. And I think here's the other thing, like, because there's a new administration coming in,
right?
And there's a new, Patel. What's the new FBI guy? What's his name?
I forget his name. Yeah, but I know it sounds like what you just said. Yeah,
Patel or something like. I gotta. I'll look it up because we need to know.
We have to have the facts. This is all about the facts. So
yeah. Kash Patel.
Kash Patel.
Yeah, I was trying to say Posh Patel, but it's Kash Patel is going to be the new FBI director, and supposedly he's going to just let stuff out. Like people are like everything from, and we'll get into this conspiracy later, like the Diddy parties and Epstein lists, all the way. They're like Kennedy, who killed Kennedy, and all these things. He's gonna open it up and let us know. That is what a lot of people think. So he could easily unredact the names and tell us, hey, this guy legit knew stuff. And like now, if Kash Patel really wants to get in good, he needs to just be like, because they keep saying and things, we know who the drones are, we know what they're doing, and they're not part of the government or any other government, and they don't mean anything bad, but we don't know who it is. Yeah, it's like that. Like if you hear the
logic
word,
doesn't make sense to me either. How can you say all the things at once?
Yeah. And then, so I'm hoping Kash Patel, when he gets in, he says, hey, this is who it is, and this is what we're doing. So hopefully,
I think that'd be good. Do you think Kash will come on the show, like probably as the first day? You think he's going to be here, or how are we working it? Like,
I don't know. I'd love to try and get him on. I don't know if we can. We're probably not big enough yet, but I think
we actually have 0 viewers. I mean, you can count each of us. We have 2 viewers. We're viewing each other
right now. Yeah. But, but who knows, like in a year from now, maybe we'll have like 5.
We could have 5. I'm aiming. Yeah. Maybe 10, a nice even number.
Well, like if you get your kids and wife to watch and I get my kids and wife to watch, I mean, there's basically 10.
That's 10 right there. We could blow up the internet with this. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that within a year, we have 10 viewers. 10
That's going to be exponential growth from 0. If you think about it. That's We're almost like defying gravity ourselves with those numbers, right?
Yeah. And I'm not going to start singing that.
I mean, maybe that'll be the outro that gets
Yeah.
gets put into this. I'm curious about the final version of this and what it looks like. But we should add some diagrams in. Maybe you could do the timeline.
Yeah, maybe I'll have the timeline going as we go of what happened. And
Oh,
then,
we could. Yeah,
yeah.
that would be really good.
Yeah,
the timeline and then like arrows. I think we need a lot of arrows to be like,
well, I
hey,
mean that
this. Yeah.
Yeah, well that's for the video version because we're gonna have an audio version
Oh,
too.
right.
So those well no, we're gonna have both. So then like in the audio, like if you're listening to us, you should go over to the video version because there may or may not be some graphics.
Right. May or may not. Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say for sure because I don't want people, I want them to be surprised.
Right. Maybe, it's a 2025 surprise, like whether you find the graphics.
Yeah, and so I think our next episode we're gonna dive back into the drones, which is what started this journey.
It is. We haven't made one yet. Maybe, I mean, could we try to aspire to enter the conspiracy and create, a drone? I mean, I guess that's the other option if we could get one to work. The problem is, I think maybe with our skills, we might just have to like throw it on. It might be like a baseball that we throw as high as we can. That might be the drone
with some lights on it.
With some lights on it. That might be the best we can do. Yeah,
well, that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a start. It's a start.
Yeah, and that's on like, hey, the Wright brothers had to start somewhere too.
Right, exactly.
They started with bicycles. Yeah. And how are bicycles going to fly?
Right.
But no, they went to the next level and put wings on it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking we go baseball with lights, softball with lights, basketball.
Yeah, maybe bat-ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe we use a slingshot to shoot it up.
Now
for propulsion.
Yeah, that's our anti-gravity mechanism. We could actually...
No, it's not anti-gravity. Don't talk about anti-gravity.
Oh, sorry.
People get killed.
Can't say that.
People get killed for saying they figured it out.
And when that would be bad because if you found like, we'd be off and you find like a slingshot, like by the body, I guess is how it would work. That would be rough.
We probably want to put like a parachute on the ball. So then it comes down slowly.
I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, we don't want to break some windows. That could be a problem.
Yeah. So, we'll like shoot it straight up and see what happens.
Yeah, I love it. And what if it doesn't come back down? That would be a whole conspiracy. The baseball that didn't come back down.
Wow. See,
maybe it could have landed in a bush. We just missed it. But
it's going to have lights on.
Oh, it's going to have lights on. So we wouldn't miss it. Yeah.
And we shouldn't. But if it suddenly goes out and it's gone.
Wow. Maybe that's the thing. We could do that as a whole episode, like, scientifically making something be the conspiracy come true, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe there'd be behind the scenes where we show how we did it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I don't want to show how we did it.
Okay. Yeah. Just let people.
Because that ruins just like, what are you doing? You're ruining the conspiracy. So I think we did good. I think we delve into this like blowing up Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah, the Tesla thing, I mean, it's going to get a lot of people thinking, all three viewers. I think one just popped on. It might be a cat that's in the room here. I don't.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, cat. Here, I'll do it. Like,
right. I hear some response. I don't know.
Oh,
I can't see from where I'm sitting, but I think there could be a cat in the room. Actually, that's the cat conspiracy. It may be invisible, but I hear it.
You just do this.
Oh, actually, it's a dog that's outside the office door. But see.
Oh. So dogs don't care about strings.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, I think we did a great job.
I think we did. This is a great start. We'll figure this out.
Yeah, I'm excited about our next episode, and I'll let you know later what that's going to be about. Well, I think we already discussed it. We're going to talk about the drones.
Oh, got to go into the drones. There's so much there. You just keep pulling on these threads. In fact, I think you just showed us the thread that was for the cat, but that's the actual thread that's connected to the New Jersey story.
Yeah. It's it's all interconnected, and we're going to get there.
Yeah, and we will.
And like I have so many conspiracies for you to look into with me.
There's so much to talk about and so much to examine. We need some more devices. Like I like the string, but maybe a magnifying glass. We got to get some tools.
I have one. Oh,
all right, very good.
Cool. Well, Tom, thanks for joining me, and we'll be back next time.
Ken, it was great. I'm excited for what we can figure out.
Yeah, and prove that my theories are legit. He's out there. He's Jason Bourne. He's not dead, and he's gonna strike again. In fact, there was an email, and then we're gonna end it. He sent an email, I think, to his ex-wife saying he feels like Batman when he was driving the Tesla truck. So when he said he was driving a Tesla truck and he felt like Batman.
Wow.
So
That says it all right there. I don't
Yeah.
even know what it says, but I think it says it all.
yeah,
That could be where we start next time.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
there you go.
Batman.
Cool.
Are there Batman conspiracies I'm not aware of? There probably is a Batman thing.
Yeah, there's something. I got one for you. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't jump.
We
Don't
got
go too
time.
far.
We got time. I
We
don't want
have
to
one
spoil.
conspiracy at a time. One at a time. So those of you checking us, watching us, listening to us, thank you. And if you have a conspiracy you want us to dive into, you just leave a comment and Tom will tell you it's not real. And I will tell you it's legit, and I will back you, and I'll find
you find all the
legit stuff.
evidence.
I'll
Yeah.
find the evidence that Tom refuses to look at.
I'm an evidence denier, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta watch.
Anti-evidence.
Anti.
Wow.
All right. This has been the best.
Yep. See y'all later.
See you later.
Counter to intelligence.